Who would like to kick us off first? Can we come to Emma or Eleanor?
Yeah.
BBC Sport?
Hi Sonia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
And you?
Yeah, good, thank you. I should have said so that, but you had a weekend off with the postponement of the Manchester United game. It was quite a messy situation that I'd imagine you were pretty disappointed with the way it was just handled generally.
Yeah, of course. We were disappointed, players and staff. I think everyone has to understand, we were supposed to play. We were in a very, very good team dynamic. And I think not having the opportunity to play this weekend changed everything in preparation for the game on Tuesday against Real Madrid. When you have the opportunity to play one game a week, and with this decision being made and postpone the game, now we have been out of competition for 10 days, which is completely different. So if you look at the situation, the decision is not good, and I think it's not good for all the clubs, English clubs who are in the Champions League competition. That's it.
What do you think needs to change going forward? Is it just having more communications between federations, organisations like UEFA and WPL?
I think the league is a professional league. They need to know about the rules, and I just think, like I just said to the league, my thoughts in the situation. I think it's good enough for me. I don't want to share more here in the press conference. I think for them it's good to have our feedback, and as I always said to the league, I think we should be proud to have 3 English clubs in the Champions League this year, and all the decisions in this league through the season have to be made in order to help the English clubs to compete in the Champions League. Yeah,
talking about the Champions League, it's obviously a competition that you've really enjoyed in the past and you've obviously had success in as a manager and a player. How excited are you to create these memories with Chelsea now?
Yeah, that's a really special competition for the players, first of all, but also for me as a player and as now a manager. I think this competition means a lot for every player and member of staff. As I said, we are really excited to get started to this competition, especially because the first game will be at home, Stamford Bridge. We are really excited about that, and as I just said, this competition is really special.
And you've already experienced the Champions League night at Stamford Bridge, sorry to remind you, but it's in the quarter-final in 2023. Would it be good to be on the other side of that now, and now that you've seen what can be capable in terms of the atmosphere, to have that around you this time?
Yeah, as you just said, I had different experiences as a player also. I played the Champions League final in Stamford Bridge in 2013, and as a manager for Lyon. Now I'm really excited because I'm in a dugout for Chelsea, and I'm the Chelsea manager, so I can't wait to be in that position, enjoy the game and enjoy to be out there with the players and the fans.
Yeah, Millie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Does this always feel like a special competition to play in?
Yeah, it's massive. I think the memories that I've got with Chelsea over several years now is we've been on an incredible journey, many ups, many downs, and I think a competition that we definitely don't shy away from it. It's one that we want to go all the way, but there's a process in doing that. But yeah, we've had very special nights at the Bridge in the Champions League, some incredible results, and yeah, just the power of playing in this campaign is amazing, and yeah, it's one that we're excited to get going with.
Yeah, and a lot of people might look at this game against Real Madrid as potentially the decider in the group. Is that how you view it? Absolutely not.
There's no team in this competition that you should underestimate. Like I said, playing in the Champions League, it's so special as a player, and an honour to be back in the campaign, fighting with Chelsea. And like I said, no team should be underestimated. They're there for a reason. We don't take any opponent lightly at all.
Can I ask a bit about Real Madrid? Obviously not the first time that you've come up against them in the group, but can you just chat to us a bit about them as a team and what kind of a threat you think they pose tomorrow?
Yeah, a lot of times coming against them. I think they're a very attacking team, love to possess the ball, one of the top teams in Spain, and yeah, we're expecting nothing less. I think every game we've played against them, they've fought till the end. lots of hard work. So yeah, every game we've come up against, it's been very intense, and it's all coming down to who takes the chances, who's the best prepared on the night, and like I said, yeah, it's two top teams coming up against each other.
And a lot's being talked about Sonia's success in this competition, but I wonder, as a group of players, how much confidence do you take from that, especially coming in and saying, hey, we want to win the Champions League? What's that like for you as a team?
Yeah, it's massive. I think everyone knows as Chelsea, our winning mentality is something that's been embedded in us for several years now, and you know, Sonia coming in, the likes of Lucy coming in, they're players that add to that mentality, and you know, they've got over that final line, which we're yet to do, and you know, having that experience, both, you know, Sonia's got it as a player and as a manager, and Lucy as well. It's things like that what can take you that extra mile, but I think as a whole we're very different now, and yeah, I think we're on a new journey, and yeah, it's an exciting one.
Thank you.
Rodrigo?
Yes, hi Sonia, I would
Hi.
like to ask you about Mayra Ramirez. How special is for you to have her in your squad?
Yeah, I have the chance to have a lot of talented players in the squad, a lot of quality, and Maria is one of them. So very good to have her. Yeah, but as I a lot of times say, like for me the most important, it's not individual players, but more the team, and how Maria can help the team to perform. But I think she's in a good place. She's doing good, and it's really good for us to have her in the squad.
There you have 4 players nominated to the Ballon d'Or. I would like to ask you both how special it is to have 4 players in the Ballon d'Or nomination, and if you want to win, if you choose one of them to win the Ballon d'Or.
No, I'm not going to pick one of them for sure, but it's always good to have many players in the Ballon d'Or list. I just think it will it shows you the quality of the squad and the quality of the team we have in Chelsea, and as a manager this is what you want, so I'm really happy and glad for them to be in the list, and I hope one of them will make it.
Sonia's also nominated for the Ballon d'Or as well. She's too modest to tell you, but she is.
I forgot about that.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Millie, and the same question for you?
Yeah, I won't be answering about the winning it. I'll pass that one as well. But yeah, just as a teammate, just extremely proud to play amongst those players, and like I said, for them to be representing themselves, but also the club as well. It's yeah, we're very proud of them.
And as a captain, do you have a message for the girls in Mexico who maybe can follow the same dreams like you?
Oh, just keep enjoying it first and foremost. I always say a happy player are the best players. They're the ones that thrive in the environment that they're in, and you know, want to take their game to the next level. So make sure you're in the right environment first and foremost, and yeah, just work hard every single day.
Tati?
Hello.
Hello, Tati.
Boa tarde, Sonia. I will ask in Spanish just for him to work some
Yeah.
today.
Sounds good.
Primero, Sonia, te quería preguntar sobre debutar tu primer partido en Champions con el Chelsea contra el Real Madrid. ¿Cuánto de especial es para ti?
So I'd just like to ask you first, Sonia, making your debut as Chelsea coach against Real Madrid in the Champions League, how special an occasion is that for you?
Actually, I understand maybe better Spanish than English, so it's good, but it's good for you to translate.
Sonia Bompastor.
Yeah, I have some Portuguese blood. Yeah, as I just said, like, I'm really excited and super happy to be the Chelsea manager, having the opportunity to start on the Chelsea dugout. Enjoying the experience with my players at Stamford Bridge. And I think for me and for the staff, Theo and Cami, the new ones, it's the first time we are going to face Real Madrid. I know they are one of the most competitive team in the Spanish league. I know how much talented players they have in the squad, and their philosophy to love to possess the ball. So it's a really exciting game. We are ready for that, and I also know like we are going to have a good game. And I think for the fans who are in the stadium and watching in TV will be a great game to play.
También quería preguntar sobre Catarina Macario, que es una brasileña, pero que juega con Estados Unidos. Que ha pasado por una lesión muy grave, ahora ha vuelto. ¿Cómo la ves y cuánto de importante puede ser para Liga de Campeones para vosotras?
So I'd just like to ask a question about Katarina Makarios. She's coming off the back of an injury, but she's starting to play. She's had some minutes now. How important do you think could she be as the Champions League progresses this season as a player for you?
Katarina is doing well. She's coming back from injury, as you just said. She's not maybe at the moment at 100%, but she's in the process to come back at her best level. When she's at her best level, she's really talented, and I know how much she can have an impact to our team. But as I just said, like for me, if you want the individual players to be performing in the game, we have to have a good team performance first. And when your team is doing good, this is when your players individually can express their best football. So yeah, Katarina is important as much as all the other players in the squad.
One question to Millie. Tú has enfrentado al Real Madrid muchas veces ya porque se han visto en las últimas temporadas, en los últimos 2 años. Quería saber si piensas que este Real Madrid de esta temporada es mejor que el de las 2 últimas.
So you've come up against Real Madrid, you were saying before, a couple of times over the last 2 seasons in the Champions League. From what you've seen of them this season, do you think, how do they compare? Do you think this version of Madrid is better than the ones you've played in the past?
That's hard to say because we're not playing in the same league and playing against them regularly, and I think every team has progressed in all the leagues across Europe, so I think every team has gone to another level, and yes, we've played them on several occasions. However, the past is the past, and I think everyone is in a different place, and you know, we have to focus on ourselves as much as respect them and their threats and what they're going to pose to us tomorrow. We have to focus on ourselves and executing our game plan and making sure that we're ready to perform.
Okay. Cool. We'll come across to Dan, please, on Zoom.
Hi, both. Hope you're well. Just a question for Sonia, first of all. Obviously, Real Madrid were in the same group as Chelsea last year. They didn't win a game. They finished bottom of the group. So, do you think that almost makes them an even more kind of dangerous opponent now because they were hurting from last year's success? Oh, sorry, failure.
Hi Dan. For me, as Millie just said, like this Champions League is so competitive. I think you just don't need to underestimate every team. Yeah, Real Madrid just had some changes in their squad. They just brought some new players, and I think they are different from last season. And we expect every team when they are going to play against us to be the best at their best level. So we know the game will be a hard game, especially because they really want to win. But we are also really prepared for that, and we have a lot of qualities in the team and the squad. So we are now ready to face every scenario who comes to us, and I think that's it.
Millie, obviously, you returned for Melanie Loopholes. I just wonder how you reflect on her time with the club, and are you looking forward to seeing her again?
Yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to seeing her. Unbelievable person and a great player. And yeah, obviously going to be a little bit strange playing against her, and we know her capabilities, but yeah, I think she had an exceptional time at Chelsea, but she's on a new journey now with her new team, so I'm sure she's focusing on that.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much, and best of luck. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Amy next, please.
Hi, Bob. Just one for you, Millie. I want to talk about Ashby Jones, who looks primed for a really big year again this season. You've been at the club while she's kind of been chipping away and making her journey into the first team. I just wonder what you've seen from her in the past year, really, making that breakthrough, and just how difficult it is to make a mark on a team like this as well. Like, how impressed have you been with her development?
Yeah, Aggie's a brilliant person, and I think everyone's seen her development for themselves in games. I think we get to see it every day in training, but for me it's all about her attitude and her mentality. She was here, she went out on loan, she made the best out of that scenario by doing well, getting noticed, coming back, and then implementing herself in training. But like I said, for me it all comes down to mentality and attitude, and she's always been like a sponge in our environment, just trying to learn from some of the best players that we've got in terms of her position, and then executing in training, and when she gets her opportunity, whether it's 5 minutes, 10, 20 starting games, she takes the chances. So credit to herself, but yeah, for me, she's in one of the best environments to succeed as well.
You mentioned the environment there. She's one of quite a few young players that have come through in the last couple of years in particular. Is there anything you as the captain especially are trying to do to make that an environment where those players feel, you know, comfortable and that they, you know, confident to make an impact in what is a really talented top level team?
Yeah, just honestly, it's just to allow players to express themselves. Like I said, the attitude every day in training is the same for a senior player as it is for a young player. It's to, you know, the way you carry yourself, your attitude, your behaviours. When you're on the pitch, you're here to learn, to get better. That doesn't change regardless of your age or how long you've been at the club. It's the same for everyone. So for me, the expectation that's laid out is very clear. It's then how you present yourself as a player, but yeah, it's been the same for all the years that I've been here. We want an environment that's comfortable, that allows players to thrive, be confident, and I think it helps when, you know, we've got the players, the staff around us that are pushing people to go to the next level, and yeah, just play with no fear as well, and just try and get to that next stage, which I think we are doing.
Cool, thank you.
No worries.
Cheers, Amy. Any more on Zoom? We can't see your lovely faces, so I don't know if anyone wants to ask a question, but you are more than welcome to.